Hello, welcome you all. I'm Laszlo Landway and I'm heading the Marketing and Admissions Department at the International Business School in Budapest. I hope that we are live now and you can all hear me. And on the backstage, I have my colleague Shayami Yatavara, who is from Sri Lanka, Colombo, and she will be helping me in this presentation. So I will give you a few details about our university in Budapest and in Vienna. We have been established in 1991 as the first private university in Central Europe. Since the very beginning, we have been cooperating with a British partner, which is the University of Buckingham. The University of Buckingham is a very prestigious university in the United Kingdom, ranked very well in all the rankings. Last year, the Times magazine published a new ranking based on teaching excellence, and the University of Buckingham came in to number 1 in the United Kingdom. So it is a very prestigious university. If you are coming to study to International Business School in Budapest, you will be studying all of our programs in English, and and you will receive the degree of the University of Buckingham. So you will be receiving a British degree, exactly the same as you would be studying in the United Kingdom. Obviously, all of our programs are delivered in English. We are offering bachelor, master, and PhD programs. At the same time, we are also offering foundation programs for those students who do not have sufficient level of English. Now, I understand that we are living now in a very strange atmosphere with this pandemic, and you are very unsure what is going on and what is happening in the future. As I can see, the pandemic is soon to be ending in Hungary, or at least it is decreasing. So we are hoping to start all of our programs in September in face-to-face classroom education. However, if there will be any changes, we are prepared to start all of our programs online, which means that you can feel free to apply now and get admitted to our programs. And if there still will be any travel restrictions or difficulties in getting the visas on time, you can join our online classes, and then you will be able to join our face-to-face education whenever the travel restrictions are lifted or whenever you will get your visa. Now, the programs that we are offering on bachelor level, we have management program, we have finance, we have diplomacy, we have management with marketing, management with arts, and all of these programs are 3 years long. They consist of 5 semesters of studies at the International Business School in Budapest, and then you have the option to spend 1 semester abroad at one of our partner institutions within the Erasmus program. So you can spend 1 semester in Spain, France, UK, Germany, wherever you would like to go. After the 3rd year, you will be receiving the degree of the University of Buckingham, as I mentioned before. We are also offering master programs in several fields. The master programs are in international management, human resource management, marketing management, financial management, and we have a brand new program in IT as well. All of these programs are 1 year long, and although they are full-time programs, they are delivered during the evening hours. So you also have the chance to work full-time while you are completing the program. I'm not saying that it is easy, because it is a very challenging program, so you should concentrate on your studies first, but many of our students are working during the completion of the program, so you also have the chance to do that. And finally, we have the PhD programs, which are 3 years long. You also have the possibility to work during the PhD program. Actually, this is part of our scholarship scheme. You have the chance to teach 2, 4, 6, or 8 hours per week on our bachelor programs. Thus, you can achieve 20, 40, 60, or 80% scholarships. Getting back to the bachelor programs. The bachelor program costs €3,700 per semester. If you compare it to the UK prices, you can see that it's much more affordable. Not to mention that the living cost in Hungary is much lower than in the UK. You can calculate with about €500 per month, which would cover your living cost, containing the accommodation, meals, health insurance, entertainment, everything included. We do have a beautiful campus in Budapest, where we have an administration building, a classroom building, library building, and also a student dormitory. This is situated in a beautiful business park called Graphisoft Park, and we are neighbors with Canon and Microsoft, so huge multinational corporations. On the bachelor program, we have a starter scholarship, which means that you can get 25% scholarship of the first year tuition fee. And for that, we only require an IELTS 6.5 or a TOEFL 90 English exam for you. After that, every semester, you have the chance to get academic scholarship, which can be 50% or 70%, 75%, of the tuition fee. So through your studies, you are entitled to get scholarship. On the master program, we are offering one of our programs, the International Management Program, on our Vienna campus as well. So you do have the chance to go to Austria, to our campus, and you can study the International Management Program there. After completion of the bachelor or the master program, you do have the chance to stay in Hungary. The Hungarian immigration policy is quite flexible. So if you have graduated from a Hungarian university, you will get 9 months extra to look for a job. And after that, if you already have a job offer, then you can convert your residence permit for study purposes into a residence permit for work purposes. And with that, you can stay in Hungary as long as you have a job, because there is no limitation for that. So you can spend the rest of your life in Hungary, in the European Union. We are part of the European Union, and we are also part of the Schengen zone. So you do have the chance to travel in the European Union. We are located very close to many of the European Union countries. Vienna or Bratislava or Prague is just a couple of hours away. We have very cheap flights within the European Union. So within 1.5 hours, 2 hours, you can reach any of the capital cities of the European Union countries. Now let's see, there are some questions coming in, so I will try to answer those. Somebody have asked how many Asian students are there. We are a very international university. Approximately 60% of our students are coming from abroad. And on master level, that's for bachelor level. And on master level, approximately 75% of the students are coming from abroad. They are coming from more than 100 countries. So there is a very, very big international mixture of students. There is not huge population from any nations. I am very happy actually that we do have a few students from Sri Lanka already, but I think it's less than 10 so far. And we would like to obviously have more students from Sri Lanka because we are very, very happy with them. Let's see other questions. Okay. Can see that somebody would like to move to Hungary and establish a business here. You also have the chance to do that. Obviously, on the business programs, what you will be studying, you can apply immediately to the real life. We are a very practice-oriented institution, so we are teaching things that you can immediately apply in the real life. Our professors are coming from the business environment. They are practicing business persons. For example, the former marketing director of Telecom Hungary and Vodafone Hungary are teaching marketing. We have former ambassador and state secretary for foreign affairs teaching diplomacy. We have the former vice president of the Hungarian National Bank teaching finance on our programs. So what you will learn on our programs, you can really use in the real life, and you can establish a business in Hungary as well. You have the legal rights to do that. Okay, again, there were some questions about the number of students. So together we have approximately 1,500 students, 1,200 on bachelor level, approximately 200 students on master level, and approximately 100 students on our foundation program, and a few students on our PhD programs. Okay, I'm checking if there are more questions coming in. Okay, well, in the meantime, I'm telling you a few words about Budapest and Hungary. Budapest is a very, very beautiful city. It ranks in the top 5 in most of the rankings in the world. It's a very, very popular tourist attraction at the same time. It's a very cheap city, so you can live from 500 euro every month, which is very good in the European Union, and that actually secures a very high standard of living. We have all kinds of restaurants in the city, so you will find everything for your own taste. And we have a lot of concert and live events going on all around the year. Obviously, there are some events cancelled because of the pandemic for this summer, but I'm very hopeful that everything will go back to normal from September, and the city will be very lively again. So let's see some more questions coming in. Okay, the admission, there were some questions about the admission. The application is done online, so you have to go to our website and apply there. Our partners in Sri Lanka will be helping you during the application process, so they will guide you in everything. The process is very smooth and very fast. Within 2-3 days, you should be able to get an answer from the International Business School whether you are accepted or not. The visa process is also quite smooth, although we do not have a consulate in Sri Lanka, in Colombo. So usually our students are traveling to Singapore to apply for visa. But I also recommend to go to Kuala Lumpur, to Malaysia, where we also have consulate, and they are very, very helpful in both locations to help you in the visa process. Most students got their visas within 3-4 weeks, so you have plenty of time to arrange everything to start in September. Let's see if there are other questions. Okay, somebody will be completing the MBA program this September and asking what are the possibilities in Hungary. You do have the possibility to stay in Hungary and to work in Hungary. Obviously, with this pandemic, there has been some changes in the economy, and it does affect Hungary as well, obviously. But I think everything will be going back to the normal in September. So I think the work market will be also going back to normal situation. At least that's what we are hoping. Somebody's asking about the pay for part-time jobs. Actually, I have to tell you that in Hungary, part-time jobs are not really popular. So students who are working, they are working full-time. And the jobs that they are working in, they are usually professional jobs, obviously. So many of our students are working for big multinational corporations. We actually have a very good career center, which is in contract with more than 100 multinational corporations, such as Microsoft, General Electric, Canon, Nestle, Air France, British Petrol, so huge multinational corporations, and they are working usually there. The average pay in Hungary is around 700 euro per month, but obviously at professional jobs and depending on the area that you are working in, you can get much higher salaries as well. But definitely it should be enough to finance your living. Now, in order to come and study to Hungary, you should have the sufficient funds to finance yourself. So you should not be counting on your work in Hungary, because in order to get a visa, you should be able to prove that you have the sufficient fund. And very probably you will be able to find a good job in Hungary, but you cannot count on it. So you should have sufficient money to cover your living expenses while you are here. I hope that I could answer that question. Okay, somebody's asking about the language requirements. Yes, the official language of Hungary is Hungarian, which I admit is a very difficult language to learn. Not many of our foreign students are learning Hungarian. This is due to the fact that Hungarian language is not really required. Even those who are living in Hungary and are working in Hungary, they don't need the Hungarian. Most of the companies are multinational corporations and they are using English as the main language, so Hungarian is not needed. Usually companies are happy if you speak English and another language, which can be Spanish, French, German. Sometimes even are looking for Sinhalese. There are actually a new Sri Lankan company who started to work in Hungary, and they were looking for Sri Lankan students to employ. So there are plenty of opportunities in Hungary, and definitely Hungarian language is not needed. So you should not be worried about that. I can see that my colleague is also very active and she's trying to answer your questions. Shayami is actually working for IBS and she's also a master student on our master program. So she knows quite a lot about living in Hungary and about our programs as well. Again, a question about part-time jobs. As I mentioned, no part-time jobs are available. So if students are working, they are working in full-time positions. It also means that those who are coming for our master programs, they will be able to work. But those who are coming for our bachelor program, they will not be able to work during their studies, okay? Because they won't be able to fit into their schedule. And anyway, we do encourage all of our students to first concentrate on their studies, and after that, they will have enough time to work. Okay, let's see. As an entrepreneur, can we start a business there? Yes, you do have the possibility to start a business here. There are quite good legal conditions for that, so you do have the possibility to do that. You can also get the residence permit for work purposes with your own business, but obviously you need to be able to present a good business plan, and you should be able to prove that the business will be working. Okay, do they provide business visa for us after finishing our academics? Yes, as I have mentioned, if you are graduating from a Hungarian university, so from IBS, let's say, you will be getting 9 months extra time from the government to look for a job. Plus, IBS will be providing you actually 6 months extra to start looking for a job. So you will have 15 months to look for a job, and that should be enough. I think those students who are actively looking for a job were able to find a job within 2 or 3 months maximum. So there are very good opportunities to stay here, and you have plenty of time to look for a job. In Hungary or even in other countries in the European Union, you do have the possibility to look for a job. So as you will have a residence permit in one of the Schengen countries, in Hungary, you do have the chance to travel in the Schengen zone, and you can stay in any of the countries for maximum 90 days. During that period, you will be able to attend work interviews, and you can look for a job in other countries as well. And once you have a job offer, then you can convert your residence permit for study purposes into a residence permit for work purposes. So you can stay and work in other countries as well if you would like to. Okay, somebody's asking what is the acceptance of the certificate. Well, you will be receiving the degree from the University of Buckingham. It is automatically accepted all over the world. Within the European Union, it's a European degree, so there is no question about that. But many of our students, former students, are working in the United States, or they went back to their home country in Asia or in Africa. It is accepted everywhere in the world. It is a very, very prestigious and highly ranked degree from the University of Buckingham. Okay, somebody's asking what would be the best way to move to Hungary. You do have the chance to apply to one of our programs, let it be bachelor, master, or PhD. And if you would like to bring your dependents, you do have the possibility to do that. The way of doing that is first applying for yourself for a study visa and a study residence permit. And once you have received it, so once you have the positive decision from the embassy, then you should apply for your dependents. In that case, if you can present sufficient finances, which means if you are bringing your husband or wife, you should have approximately 20,000 euros on your bank account. If you are bringing one of your kids with you, you should have around 30,000 euros on your bank account with one kid and around 40,000 euro with two kids. If you are able to present that money in your bank account, then you will be getting the visa almost sure. You should be able to prove the source of that income, and the money should be there, on the bank account for a long period of time, for at least 6 months. So putting 20,000 euro on your bank account the day before the interview will not serve. They will not accept it. That's very important. And it's also very important that for the visa, you should be financing yourself or your parents. So as a sponsor, brother, sister, aunt, uncle is not accepted under no circumstances unless they are your legal guardians. But otherwise, your parents or yourself should be financing your living cost. So once you have paid the tuition fee, which can be paid by anyone, you should be able to provide 6,000 to 7,000 euro on your bank account, and that should be on your bank account or your parents' bank account in order to get the visa. And you should be able to prove the source of that income. Okay, so that's very important. Okay, let's see other questions. Okay, I can see that Xiaomi has been answering those questions. I don't know if you have any other questions coming to your mind. Anyway, I have to tell you that we do have local office in Colombo, so you can always contact them. And Miriam Consultancy is also at your disposal. They are helping you in everything. They know how everything works, the admission, the visa process, and things like that. Okay, somebody's asking whether this qualification is accepted in other European countries. Yes, it is automatically accepted because it's a European degree. So even though it's coming from the United Kingdom, it must be accepted everywhere in the UK based on the Bologna Agreement. Yeah. After 5 years, you can get permanent residency in Hungary or in any other European Union countries if you are living there. And after 8 years, you can get citizenship. That's in Hungary. Now, for permanent residency, you only need your finances to show your finances that you are able to finance yourself. So you should have a work contract, a job contract in Hungary, and you should have a place to live. Otherwise, there is no other things required for the permanent residency. However, if you would like to have citizenship and you would like to have a European passport, then you have to pass the citizenship exam, which means that you will have to learn Hungarian, because you will have to make a Hungarian language and Hungarian history exam. So in case you would like to live and stay for a longer period in Hungary, and you would like to have a citizenship, you should start learning the Hungarian language for sure. And within 8 years, you will be able to excel in the language. Otherwise, if you don't want the citizenship, you just want permanent residency, Hungarian language is not needed. Okay. Okay, somebody's asking about qualification to do engineering degree. Unfortunately, we do not have engineering degree. We have business, mostly business and management degrees, but we do have an IT program at master level. And for that program, actually for the international management, HR management, and IT master, we require a bachelor degree in any field. So you can have a bachelor degree in nursing, in physics, in literature, whatever. We do accept that for our master programs in international management, HR, and IT. If you would like to join our master programs in finance or marketing, then we require a bachelor degree in a relevant field. Or you also have the option to join our master programs if you have sufficient work experience. So if you do not have a bachelor degree, but you have minimum 3 years of work experience in a relevant field, you would be also able to apply, and we would be able to accept your application for our master programs. Okay, let's see what other questions. Okay, somebody's asking about driving license. That I have to tell you, I cannot answer. Maybe Xiaomi has information about whether the international driving license is accepted, but it should be accepted, I believe. Okay. Somebody's asking how favorable Hungary is for higher studies and for post-study work. Well, as I mentioned, Hungary is a very, very good option for international students. First, because we are offering a very, very high quality education. It is true for International Business School, but also true for many other Hungarian universities. You have very prestigious universities in Hungary, so the quality of education is very high. At the same time, the tuition fees are much lower than, for example, in the UK, not to mention the US. But you do have the possibility to study in English, and at IBS you have the possibility to get a very prestigious British degree. And after graduating, you have very, very good chances to find a job and to start a career in Hungary or in the European Union. Okay, I hope I could answer your question. Somebody's asking whether it can do software engineering. Actually, the program in IT offers one part in management studies and the other part is in programming. So you will be studying programming in one semester, and you will be studying the basic management subjects in the first semester. So after that, obviously, you have the possibility to work in IT companies as well, but it does not equal to a full software engineering degree. Okay, somebody is asking if he doesn't have a bachelor degree but have work experience, does he have to make any exam? No, actually. All of our students who are applying for our master programs will have an interview on Zoom or on Skype. Can you still hear me? Because it seems that there is some problem with the video. I hope you can still hear me. So those students who are applying for our master programs, they will be doing an online interview, but otherwise there are no written tests required to get accepted for our master programs. Okay, in the meantime, Shyam, we were able to answer the question that the international driving license is valid in Hungary as well, so you can use that. Okay, I got confirmation that all is clear. Okay. So let's see if there are any other questions coming in. Okay, for marketing professionals, what program we are offering? We do have a very good marketing management master program, so that is what I'm recommending for those who have some experience in marketing. I mentioned it is a one-year-long program. You do have the chance to work while you are completing the master program. However, you have to know that it's a very challenging, it's a very compact program, so it is done during 1 year. It's very challenging. You have to study a lot, you have to complete a lot of home assignments, you have to work in groups. So even though you will be attending the classes only in the evening hours, and it seems that your whole week is off for work, you have to count with the fact that completing the master program and doing a full-time job at the same time is very, very challenging. And I have to admit that not all of our students are able to do that. So I'm always recommending for our students to concentrate on their studies first. And if they believe after 2 or 3 months that they are able to complete the program and do a full-time work, then they can do it. So it's up to them. But they should first concentrate on the studies. That's the most important. The master program is only 1 year, so it's best to concentrate on that and not run into the problem that they won't be able to finish it in 1 year. So it's better to finish it in 1 year and then start working than doing the work and the program at the same time and not be able to finish on time. Okay, it's not good for the students. it's not good for IBS either. So we do prefer our students to study hard and finish the program on time. Okay, I hope I could answer your question. Let's see if there are any others coming in. Okay, I see that at the moment there are no other questions. Well, I'm asking Xiaomi as well whether if I have left out something important, or if Michelle, do you have something in your mind that should be mentioned to the students in Colombo and in Sri Lanka, that they are interested in something else? Then I will be happy to answer that. And I do hope that the pandemic will be over soon, and then I can start traveling again, because I'm visiting Sri Lanka every year. I was there this January as well, and I really enjoy visiting Sri Lanka. So I hope that very soon I will be back and I can do this type of session live and not online for you. So I do hope that I will be able to go back very soon. Yeah, IELTS requirement. So our bachelor programs, if you do have an IELTS 6.0, then you can enter our bachelor program without any exams. If you do not have an IELTS exam or any other international exam, it's not a problem. Either if you have studied in English in your high school, we do accept that, so no IELTS is required. Or if you don't have any proof of your English, then we do have our own English language test, which you can write in Colombo. We will send it to our office in Colombo. You can write it there, and within a couple of days you will have the result for that. So there are no other international language exams are required, so you don't need to spend money on that. To write our English language test is absolutely free of charge, so you don't need to pay anything for that. So if you have the IELTS 6.5, that's okay, we do accept that, then you will be exempted for our own test. If you have the IELTS 6.5, then you will get the starter scholarship on our bachelor program, which is 25% of the tuition fee. And the same applies for the master program. If you have an IELTS 6.5, then you will be exempted of our English language test, so you don't need to write it. But obviously, if you don't have IELTS, it's not a problem at all. I do realize that in many countries at the moment it is not possible to do English exams, nor IELTS, nor the TOEFL, so it's not a problem. Don't worry about that. Somebody's asking about the living cost in Hungary. We usually estimate the living cost for around 500 euro. That would include the accommodation, the meals, health insurance, and entertainment. Although I have to tell you that just the last 5 or 6 weeks since the pandemic has started, the accommodation prices, the rental prices, has been going down tremendously. So while the rental for an average flat in Budapest was around 400 euro, now it's around 300 euro. So you can see that there has been a very, very big decrease. And I don't think it will go back tremendously in the next year. So it is actually one of the very few advantages of this pandemic, that the prices has been decreasing. But otherwise, if you are living in our dormitory, that's around 450 euro for a single room and 350 euro if you are in a double room. So it's very convenient because then you are on campus. But if you are staying in the city and you are sharing a flat with one of your friends, then 250 euro should be enough per month to cover the rental fees and the utility bills and things like that. Otherwise, for the food, you can calculate with about 200 euro per month. Well, depending whether you are eating in restaurant every day or you are cooking for yourself. There are plenty of restaurants on the campus as well. So you have the possibility to eat there in the morning and for lunch as well. We have a huge shopping mall by the side of the campus, so we have restaurants there as well. But obviously, many type of cuisines are available in the city, from the very cheap street food to the very expensive Michelin star restaurants as well. Okay, I hope I could answer the question about the living costs. 500 euro, yes, that would be for one single person. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't talked about the public transport in Budapest. It's actually one of the best in the world. You can reach the most remotest part of the city very easily. We have subways, we have trains, we have trams, trolleybuses, buses, funiculars, cogwheel trains. Everything is available in the city. Day buses, night buses. So you can reach any part of the city very easily. And the price for the public transportation is only 11 euro per month. So imagine for 11 euro, you will buy a monthly pass for a student, and with that you can use everything within Budapest and in the neighboring cities of Budapest. So it is very, very convenient. Okay, another question, when is the next intake? We will launch all of our programs in September. So the application period is now on, so you can apply now. The admission is ongoing, and the programs will start in September. Hopefully, all the programs will be starting face-to-face on the campus. If there would be any difficulties with the traveling, so there would be any travel restrictions or there would be delays with the visa issuance, you will be able to follow the program online, the online classes, and whenever the travel restrictions are lifted or whenever your visa is ready, then you can join the face-to-face classes. So you don't need to worry about the time frames now. If you will be late 2 weeks, that's also fine. If you will be late 2 months, that's also fine. We are very, very flexible due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So you don't need to worry. You will be able to start your studies in September. Okay? So feel free to do the admission process. Okay, let's see if there are other questions. Yes, somebody's asking about the dependent visa for master program. Yes, you can get dependent visa for your wife, husband, kids under 18 years. But first you need to have your own student visa. And once you have the positive decision, then you can apply for your dependents. For the dependents, you will only need to show sufficient finances, which is approximately 20,000 euro if you want to bring your wife or husband. If you want to bring one of your kids with you, you should be able to present around 30,000 euros. And if you want to bring 2 or more kids, you should be able to present 40,000 euros on your bank account to prove that you are able to finance the living here. Okay, the prices for the master program. The master program in Budapest is 9,400 euro for the whole program. And obviously you can pay in 2 installments. So you can pay 4,700 euro for the master program as the first installment. And then for the second installment, you will be paying in January. The IT program is a bit more expensive. It's 5,500 euro per semester. So 11,000 euro in total for the whole program. The IT program we are running together with a very prestigious Green Fox Academy, which is a very famous Hungarian coding academy. And they also have very good contacts in the business world, so they are always helping their students to find a good job after they have completed the program. Okay. Yeah, the price for the Vienna campus, the International Management Master, is 11,800 euro there, so it's 5,900 euro per semester. Let's see if there are other questions. Okay, I did mention that Hungary is located in the European Union, and we are in the Schengen zone. It is very strange for foreigners coming to the Schengen zone that it means that there are no borders between the countries. So if you are traveling to, let's say, to Austria or to Germany, you are just driving on the highway, and the only way you are noticing that you are not in Hungary anymore, that there is a sign that welcome to Austria. There are no border controls. Nobody's checking where are you going. You can travel freely in the Schengen zone. Even if you are traveling on the plane, there are no passport control if you are traveling in the Schengen zone. That was actually 3 years ago when one of my very good friends from Pakistan came to Hungary, and he was traveling from the Budapest airport to the Netherlands, to Amsterdam. And he was calling me from the plane that, Mr. Landway, I'm already at the plane and nobody checked my passport. How it is possible? So yes, within the Schengen zone, there are no passport control, no borders. You can travel freely. And that's very good because during the weekends, you can just have a long weekend in Paris or in Madrid or Vienna or Berlin. It's very easy to travel, very cheap to travel even with plane. And there are very good connections with trains as well. So most of our students are using this opportunity to discover whole Europe. It is a very good chance actually to see many of the cities in the European Union. And obviously this also means that if you would like to live or work in another Schengen country, you have the possibility to travel whenever you want to, let's say, Paris, and to attend a work interview, job interview at any of the companies there. So it gives you a very, very high level of freedom within traveling the European Union. Somebody is asking whether you can apply to Austria. Yes, you are free to apply for our Austrian campus as well. The only thing we are experiencing that to get a visa to Austria, it takes usually a longer time. There are very, very straightforward rules. So if you are following those rules to the Austrian visa process, you will surely get the visa, but it usually takes much longer time to get visa to Austria. It usually takes 3-4 months to get visa or residence permit to Austria, to our Vienna campus. Very good question from Michelle that is it possible to transfer to the Austrian campus from the Budapest campus? Yes, actually. The program that we are offering in Vienna, the International Management Master, is also available in Budapest, and it is exactly the same program. So if you would like to switch from Budapest to Vienna, you do have the possibility. And actually, that's also a very big advantage of the Schengen zone. Even without getting an Austrian visa, you can attend the classes in Vienna. So you can move to Austria, you can stay there for 90 days, then you can come back to Budapest for 1 day and then go again for 90 days. If you don't want to do the hassle with the Austrian visa. But if you already have a Schengen visa to Hungary, a Schengen residence permit, then you can go to the Austrian embassy in Budapest and apply for a residence permit to Austria. And in that case, it will be much, much faster to get an Austrian residence permit. So sometimes even for those who would like to come to our Austrian campus, to the Vienna campus, we usually recommend to apply for a Hungarian visa to come to Budapest and then arrange the Austrian visa from Budapest, because it will be much faster process. So you do have the chance to transfer from Budapest to Austria. And there are actually many students asking, if they are attending, let's say, the bachelor program, that after 1 or 2 years, can they transfer to, let's say, a UK university or to any other university in the European Union? Yes, you do have the option to transfer your credits. We are in the ECTS system, the European Credit Transfer System. So your credits are in European credits, and that can be easily transferred to any European universities. So many students are asking about this opportunity. You do have the chance to transfer to any other university. I am actually very happy that even though many students are asking for this opportunity at the beginning, but very, very few are actually transferring, because they feel very well at IBS in Hungary. They enjoy their student period there, so not many of them are actually transferring, but you do have the chance. And as I mentioned at the beginning, that at the bachelor program, you do have the chance to go for an Erasmus program. So you can go for 1 semester abroad and study at one of our partner universities in Paris, Madrid, Rome, Lisbon, Barcelona, Berlin. So in many, many European cities and countries. Okay, let's see if there are any other questions coming in. I don't see any other questions at the moment, but I'm still here. If you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer them. And I'm asking again, Michelle, if there are any things that I have left out, anything that I have forgotten, let me know. And then if there are no more questions, then I thank you for your kind attention. I'm very happy that many of you joined us on this live event. And I do hope that I can see you on the IBS campus very soon, and you can start your studies in Budapest in Hungary. Let's see if there's something else coming in the meantime. No, not at the moment. Okay, then thank you for your attention. So, Michelle, shall we finish the presentation? Let me know if you agree, or if something else is coming in, then let me know. I will check again whether I have seen all the questions and I have answered all the questions that you had. I hope that I didn't leave out any of your questions. And anyway, Shayami has been answering the questions as well. Okay, so Michelle also agreed that we can finish the session. So once again, thank you very much for attending this live session. And I hope to see you soon, either in Budapest at IBS or in Sri Lanka in one of our next sessions. Okay, thank you so much. Goodbye.